Yeah, I think we're recording. Anywho, today, I know, look, got the scruffles and whatnots going on my face. Look, I've been on vacation, all right? I know, well, we get them too. We get the vacations, go out and see the things and do the stuff and have the fun. So, this one's a little different because I was out doing the thing and having the fun on the lake, right? Got on the old Seedoo. Wasn't mine, not my Seedoo, but it's a Seedoo that we were riding that day. And well, long story short, I worked on it before we got on the lake because it wasn't running. Got it running. You'll find out why in the video, and then you'll find out why it stopped running in the middle of the lake in the video, okay? This wasn't planned. The sweet lady she turned the camera thing on and started going, and there we were in the middle of a video. So when you're in the middle of the lake and you got your Seedoo broke down, all right, if you got a couple hand tools, sometimes you can make it work if you know what's wrong. So if you know how it works, you can find out what's wrong, and most of the time you can get yourself back to the shore or back out on the lake having some fun, you know, cutting waves or whatever the kids call it nowadays. So anyway, like I said, it's different. Ain't no HVAC in this thing. It's a Seedoo, all right? Got on the lake and jumping the wave thingies. Hope you enjoy it. Do the best I can with the edits because it's kind of like pieced together, you know, here and there. But learn something. How about that? Hope you enjoy, guys. Good measure. Let's keep trying. A little dizzy, not too bad, you know.
We're getting a YouTube video out of it. How to reattach the boot over the exhaust in your Seedoo that may or may not be over 20 years old.
Yeah, 22 years. You gotta make sure you hit the grooves, okay?
Okay, you gotta
That's
make
the
sure
biggest
you hit
thing.
the grooves.
Don't do like me, be an idiot and not hit the grooves. Because then the exhaust will build up. As soon as you rev it, it's going to slip off, and then it's going to bog down, and you're going to have trouble starting the dang thing back. That's what happens. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out where the line is on this side. So put my screwdriver in until it stops and hits a hard surface, which is right about there. Try it better without that in the way.
Why would it not match the grooves on the other?
I don't know. That, my dear, is a very good question.
It must have been designed by a man.
Oh, right.
right? I don't even feel any, so we're gonna take this all the way to the grooves on the rubber because this isn't the side we had problem falling off, it's the front side. So if the boot's gonna slip anywhere, it's gonna slip back, which the grooves on the front one will keep that from happening. It's not gonna slip forward because there's grooves on the front one. The boot won't slip because it's being held. We didn't have a problem with this side, we had a problem with the other side. So if I really am going to post this, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about what we got here. We got a 22-year-old Seedoo that, yes, your boy took this piece of the exhaust off because I had to get to the starter, which is underneath it, because the hot wire into the starter was loose, so I wouldn't start. Just giving me one click and full charge on the battery. Checked the starter solenoid, which is right here. She was working just fine. Okay, and went to the starter. There we go. I felt the wire was loose. Couldn't see it, but I could feel it. So I held it in place while I tried to start it, and it started right up. So then had to take off the air intake, had to take off this piece of the exhaust manifold just to get, and I couldn't even get to it then. But that made it so that I could put my head down, legs up in the air, and see the actual screw, which is, by the way, if you guys are ever wondering and you're ever in this position, this situation, it's a 10 millimeter, okay? Took me about 45 minutes to figure that part out. It's a 10 millimeter. So just get you a box end 10 millimeter. Make sure it's a box end because you're going to find out you're going to be mad if you don't get the box end. Box end 10 millimeter. Wrench down on her. Make sure you're holding the hot wire in your hand so it doesn't twist up into the fitting, because that will happen. And then it's just going to untwist as soon as you try to start it or put some vibration on it. And what I did wrong was got too excited, too happy that it was going to work, and I hurried to put this thing back together. And I guess I just didn't put the dang hose clamp into the grooves on one side of this exhaust. So now we're in the lake, because I made it all the way across the lake before she popped out. And I remember when it happened, now that we're talking about it, was right out there. I did a spin, gave it full throttle, and I heard a noise. That's about what it sounded like. And yeah, that's about as tight as it's going to get. If it comes off again, I'm going to give up, because I don't have an impact out here. And even if I did, well, I do have an impact down the street, but that is a metric. We're in America, and I don't think Seedoo is French. I think that means I think that's American English, okay? Not that French or Chinese English. So, I know, probably not made in America anyway. Where's my phone?
So what is this?
This is the air intake for the exhaust, or for the engine. It's the air intake. All right.
We have
Where's
some
that frame?
children in the background who are trying to play a prank.
Oh, they're trying to play a prank.
There's one of them. But now would not be the time for them to play a prank. We'll give them another opportunity for that. Okay, so now this part goes on, and we gotta put these back on.
So I had to take this off because I couldn't work around it. when you do take these off, don't just put your impact on the top and go to town, because
Hold your
then you're
hand.
going to lose your screws in the
Hold
bottom.
your hand underneath it. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
hold your hand underneath it. That's what I did earlier. I don't have an impact with me right now. Always wear your safety thing
What?
when you're in the lake.
The life jacket?
Yeah,
What about it?
safety thing.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you put one on.
Yes, yes. If you're ever going to go out on your Seedoo, whether you decide to do maintenance on it in the middle of the water or not, you should always have one. And you should always have the key attached to your life jacket.
And a whistle.
Whistle's a good idea. Phones in water cases are good ideas. Bottle of water is not a bad idea.
I ain't got one of them. In the lake, no power tools because they're all young. See what it sounds like? Well, it's going to sound good right off the start because it's connected. We'll see how long it sounds good. Yeah, I think so. Well,
We might need that if it doesn't.
right.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
know what's wrong. I just can't get. All right, let's see what happens.
Okay.
It is going to start right.
We're not supposed to say that in the video. We're supposed to just be like, success! Yay! Woohoo!
Our success when I come back and we can take you.
How long do you want me videoing this?
Till I get out there. And then we can do a separate video with. Well, it worked, or she didn't work.